This is an All Ears English podcast. Episode 5 is College Worth the Price? And today is a meeting Monday.
Welcome to the All Ears English podcast, where you'll finally get real native English conversation. Now here are your hosts, Lindsay McMahon, the English adventurer, and Gabby Wallace, the language angel, coming to you from Boston, Massachusetts, USA.
In today's episode, you'll learn how to get other people to pay for your college education in the US.
Today we're talking about is college or university worth the cost? Because in the US it is extremely expensive to go to school. We have some excellent universities, but the cost can sometimes be prohibitive.
Oh, it's crazy, isn't it? And the cost has just been going up over the past 20 years.
It has been. So do you think, just in general, do you think it's worth it? Is it worth it?
Oh, it's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a good question. I don't know. I think about this a lot, and to be honest, I feel like less and less so these days, you know? Because you can really educate yourself without a college degree. And these days it's sort of at the same time, to get a job, you kind of do need that degree on your resume. But for example, a master's degree, in my opinion, might not be worth it.
Oh, interesting. So maybe it depends on your field.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. So I think my viewpoint is a little different. I think that education is the key to success. So I think that getting your master's degree, even going on for more education, is always a good idea. Investing in your education is always going to bring you forward and hopefully get a good job or teach you the skills that you need to create your own job. So I think that being in school teaches you a lot. Yes, you can learn things outside of school, but also having that certificate or degree, I think it means something. It is still valuable.
It gives you some credibility. I just think about opportunity cost, right? So that time that you're spending in graduate school, or that time you're spending on your PhD, like what could you be doing instead?
You could be working.
Right, working or gaining skills that you might not be able to gain in graduate school. So it's a different set of skills that you might be gaining. I think just understanding what you really want to do in your career, and does that require a degree? Does it really require a degree?
Yeah, that's a good question. I also think that although you can go to school anytime in your life and it's never too late, it's definitely more advantageous to go to school as soon as possible, like when you're younger, because as you get older, you start making more money, and then to take time off to go back to school actually costs you more when you think about the cost of tuition plus the cost that you're losing from your salary. What did you say?
Just opportunity cost, the missed opportunities that you're not getting. That could be money from the salary, that could be other jobs you might want to try, internships you might want to take that you couldn't do if you're in school. And when you get older, you might have a family, and it becomes harder to actually take that time. I mean, being in graduate school takes a lot of time.
Well, I know someone who's working full-time, and he has a wife and a son, and he's doing a PhD program.
Wow, good for him.
Very busy guy. I think one important topic is to talk about how to actually make university cost less.
Yes, and you did a really good job of that, didn't you, when you were in school?
I did.
How did you do that, Gabby?
For my undergrad, I was working for the city of Portland, Maine at the same time as going to school, and they happened to have a program where they would pay for half of my tuition.
Wow, that's awesome.
So if you can find a job through the city, through the government, or even other jobs, ask your employer if they have any kind of assistance program to put you to school.
Very cool.
Sometimes you don't even have to be working full-time. It could be part-time work, and they still help you out with your tuition. So that was a major way that I saved money, and I encourage you all to just ask your employer if you're working about that, and also applying for scholarships. So I did get some small scholarships, but every little bit helps. and financial aid. So if you can fill out the FAFSA form, it's known as FAFSA, you might qualify for aid. And there's a lot of different ways that you can qualify. Maybe if you come from a family where no one else has gone to school, or if you don't make that much money or don't have that much money, or if you have really good grades in high school or from another program, those are all reasons that would qualify you. Or something random, like maybe you are a certain ethnicity, or you do a
Play the
certain
violin.
Exactly. So there's a lot of scholarships out there.
Great. So you were able to get your bachelor's and your master's degree partly paid for, both degrees partly paid
Well,
for.
that was my undergrad. My graduate degree was, I did get a scholarship, so that was partly paid for. And even though I was going to school full-time, I decided to work part-time at the same time, which kept me very busy. But
I can imagine.
For my budget, it helped a lot.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So you really worked the system. I like that.
Yeah, I think
that's-
you have to hustle a little.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Hustle, pound the pavement, find a solution. Okay,
Exactly.
good.
Put your nose to the grindstone, as they say. We have lots of idioms.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great. Well, thanks for letting us know about that today.
Yeah, thank you. So great. So there are ways to go to school. Don't give up.
Don't discount it, but do think critically about whether or not it's right for you.
Absolutely, good point.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Lindsay. So we've made a special resource for you all. It's an ebook with 10 top ways to learn English with a podcast. And you can get that ebook for free if you come to visit us at www.allearsenglish.com/free. So come on over and get your copy.
Thanks for listening to the All Ears English podcast. We're here to help you learn English, and you can help us by leaving a 5-star review on iTunes. See you next time.